this is your first time of seeing me, my name is Joylene Agbamuchi. I am a personal development trainer. What I basically do is I help business owners and their employees to maximize their potentials, so that they'll become more effective, become more efficient in their lives, in their workplaces, and in business. Excuse me, I want to turn on the light. All right, sorry for that break in transmission. So today I want to talk about 3 ways to increase personal effectiveness. Now we're wondering, what is personal effectiveness? How does that affect us? One thing we must know is that personal effectiveness, our future prosperity, depends on how effective we are as individuals. So before I go into telling us how to increase our personal effectiveness, I want us to take this short survey, self-assessment. Just check where you are on this personal effectiveness table. How effective are you? Are you highly effective, or you're operating on a low level, or you're on a medium level? So these 5 questions will help us know how effective we are right now. Number 1, are you goal-oriented? Are you goal-focused? So you answer yes, no, or maybe. So if it's a yes, it's a yes. If you are not goal-oriented, then it's a no. But if you're in between, sometimes you're goal-oriented, you're not, then it's a maybe. That's number 1. Are you goal-focused? Are you a goal-focused individual? That's number 1. Then the second question is, do you set goals and commit to them? Do you set goals and commit to them? It's either a yes or a no or a maybe. Maybe is sometimes you commit to them, sometimes you don't. You're just like halfway there. So you put a maybe. Then do you plan ahead in order to practice, to prepare, or to prevent? Do you plan ahead in order to prepare, prevent, and practice the skills you need before you need them? Let me take it again. Do you plan ahead in order to prepare, prevent, and practice the skills you need before you need them? Do you do that? So yes, no, or maybe. Maybe sometimes you prepare, sometimes you don't, or you don't prepare at all, or you always prepare, so you know what to do. Then the next question, that's number 4, is, do you notice where you are already good and try to improve it even more? Do you do that? Okay. Do you notice where you are already good and try to improve even more? You want to get better, even though everyone is telling you, oh, you are very good at this, you're very good at this. Do you try to improve it? Is a yes or no? No is you don't try to improve it. Like if you are good, then there is no point. I'm just good, I'm okay, I don't need to work on it. That's a no. Okay. Or sometimes you improve, sometimes you don't. That's a maybe. All right. Hey, Middle Glam, thanks for joining. You're welcome. So the number 5 question is, do you recognize your weakness and try to correct them, or do you try to defend your fault? Do you try to defend your weakness? Is a yes, no, or maybe. So I'll go run through the question from number 1 to 5 before we go. So I'm trying to find out how effective we are. What level are we right now? Okay, what is our level of our personal effectiveness right now? So it's a personal assessment that we're trying to do right here. So number 1 question, ask yourself, are you goal-oriented? Are you goal-focused? Is it a yes? Is either a yes, a no, or a maybe? Do you set goals and commit to them? Yes, no, or maybe? Hey, yeah, thank you so much. Love you right back. That's number 2 question. Number 3, do you plan ahead in order to prepare, to prevent, and to practice the skills that you need before you need them? Do you do that? Yes, no, or maybe. Number 4 question is, do you notice where you are already? Okay, do you notice where you are already good and try to improve on it? Or do you feel that there is no need, since I'm already good, there is no need to improve it? So do you already try to improve the good qualities you have? Do you do that? It's either a yes, no, or maybe. And the last question is, do you recognize your weakness and try to improve them? Or do you defend your weakness? Like when someone says, no, you are not good at this, you try to defend it with your life? Or do you recognize your weakness and try to work on it, to improve on it? So it's either a yes, a no, or a maybe. So those are 5 questions that can help us to determine our level of personal effectiveness. So let's score ourselves now. So if you each of the questions carries 2 marks. Okay, so 2 marks for a yes, 1 mark for maybe, then 0 for no. So you understand? Are you following? Yes carries 2 marks, no carries 0, and 1 is for maybe. So if your score is, so score yourself now, score yourself, okay? Even if you're watching this on replay, let's interact. What is your score? What is your score? You can still comment and send it to my DM and I'll get it. What is your score? So let's see, let's look at how effective you are right now. So if your score is below 5, it means that your effectiveness level is low. Sorry. But then there is hope because you can improve on it. It's a skill. Personal effectiveness is a skill that you can be improved on. Good. So if it's below 5, then that means that your personal effectiveness is low. If you score between 5 to 7, if you score 5 to 7, then you are on a medium level. Okay, it means you're trying. So that's good news, right? Then if you scored 8 to 10, it means that your effectiveness level is up there. Yes, you're blazing it. That means that you're achieving goals. You're an achiever. You are seeing results right now in your life. Okay, am I right or right? That's it. So that's how to access yourself, so that you know where you are. So even if you scored a 10 over 10, you just know that, hey, Philly Green Business, thanks for joining. Even if you scored a 10 over 10, that doesn't mean you should stop working on your personal effectiveness. You must continue to work on your personal effectiveness. It's something that you work on every day, because if you stop, you go backwards. That's how it is. All right, so what is personal effectiveness? Now that we know where we are on this personal effectiveness level, what is personal effectiveness? Very simple. Personal effectiveness just means your ability to use all your resources, all the available resources, your personal resources, your ability to put them to use to achieve your goals, to achieve your desired goals, either in life, in your business, and in your job. So we are talking about what are the available resources. So the available resources is not money, has nothing to do with money. Available resources are available resources. It means you already have them. An example of those available resources, who can give me an example of the resources that we already have in our disposal? Who can tell me? Any idea? What personal resources do we have at our disposal right now? Do you have an idea? Yes or no? Talk to me, guys. Talk to me. What available resources do we have at our disposal? I just want to see if we have an idea, if we know what we already have. Okay, so nobody's saying anything. The internet. Okay, you tried. That's good. That's good. Okay, you are close. Okay, so thanks for contributing. So these available resources are already inside of us, like they don't cost anything. You, when you were born, they just came with you like that. Those are the available resources, and one of them is your talent, your skill, your energy. So they are natural things, oh, they are not man-made things. Okay, so they're not money, it's not internet really, but in a way it is. But basically they are natural, the natural resources that God gave us. Okay, so this is number one, is time, that your talent, your skill, your energy. So those are available resources. So our ability to put these available resources, okay, these resources at our disposal to use to achieve our goals is, yes, awesome. Your mind is an available resource. Very, very important. So our ability to put these resources to use to achieve our goal is called personal effectiveness. And guys, our future prosperity depends on how effective we are personally. So personal effectiveness is a skill, is a skill that must be developed. It must be developed if you want to succeed in life, you want to succeed in business, if you succeed in your job, you must develop your personal effectiveness. Without it, growth is not going to happen. Okay, so because people are not developing themselves, they are not developing their effectiveness. That's why you see that a lot of people are going in circles, a lot of people are going backwards. So there is no stagnancy. If you are not growing, if you are not moving forward, you are moving backwards. Okay, that's how life is. Right, so how can we increase this personal effectiveness? So that's what the crux of our topic today. 3 ways that you can increase your personal effectiveness so that you can become more efficient, become more effective, become highly productive. You will start making progress in life. Okay, so number 1 is you must have a clear vision and clear goals. See, vision is like, you know, when you put a plant in a room, in a dark room with a window, okay, you know, when that plant grows, it's going to follow the rays of sunlight. It will grow in the direction of the rays of sunlight. Okay, so if there is no sunlight coming in, that plant is going to die. It's going to die. It's going to wither, stop, stunted, and then it will dry and die. But if there is any ray of sunlight coming in from any window, any place, you will see that that plant will bend. That's why you see, so the plant will bend towards the light. So vision is like that to our life, okay, to our lives. Your vision is your sun ray. It is your sunlight. That's what brings growth. That's what directs your life. So if you don't have vision, or you don't have a clear vision for your life, growth is not going to happen. Growth is not going to happen. It's somewhere in the Bible. Is it without vision my people perish? Something like that. Even God knows, and God said it. If we don't have a clear vision, so many of us are just living our lives. We don't have a vision. We don't have a clear vision. We're just doing whatever others are doing. We're just doing whatever, you know, we're just living and wasting away like that. And you know, you see that such times, you see that no, we're not making progress, we're not growing, because we don't have any vision for our life. So your vision, as a human being, we are to have a vision. That's our guiding light. That's what causes us to grow. So what do you see yourself becoming in the next 5 years? What do you see yourself becoming in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years? That is vision. What do you see? What are you seeing in your future? You know, what kind of woman do you want to become in 5 years' time? Where do you see your business? Where do you see yourself? You must have that vision. That's why God gave us imagination. That's why God gave us the brain, the mind to think, because we are creators like Him. He created us in His own image and in His likeness. He gave us the ability to create our life, to create our future. So we should sit down and carve out our vision. What do you see? Where do you want to see? Where do you want to be? Where do you want your business to be? What do you want to have? Create that vision. Imagine it. Okay, and to me, vision is not something that is out there. In my own opinion, vision is something that we discover. It's in you already. Okay, that thing that makes your heart to beat faster when you see it, when you think about it. That thing that you love to do, that thing that motivates you, that gives you energy, that brings hope to your life. Okay, sometimes that vision is scary. Like you are even thinking, how can that's when you know that is a vision. If your vision is not scary, then it's not a vision. Visions are scary. They are way bigger than where you are right now. Way bigger than where you are right now. So one thing I see most people do is, okay, they have this vision, but then they are afraid to own the vision because of the bigness. I don't know, is that an English word? Because of how big the vision is, they are afraid to own it. So they begin to cut it down to fit into their environment, to fit into their, to fit into their spouse, their friends. If you are doing that, you are going to struggle. It's no longer your vision. You have made it somebody else's vision. Your vision must be you totally. There was a time in my life when I had the wrong vision. Okay, well, I knew where I wanted to, but my vision was now like I was trying to impress people with my vision. I wasn't trying to impress my husband. I was trying to impress people, like, oh, when they see me in 5 years time, they will do this. I will be like this. I was just doing it so that others will be proud of me, until I had a session with a good friend, and he told me that, Joylyn, your vision is not your vision. Your vision is you are carrying other people's expectation of you. So that is not vision. If your vision is to meet other people's expectation, then you are going to struggle. You're going to struggle, and you're not going to have the energy or the motivation to pursue that vision. And that was my problem, because I was trying to impress people. The vision was, instead of motivating me, instead of energizing me, the vision was weighing me down. Like when I think of the work I have to do, my heart I just get demotivated. So your vision must be motivating, must be energizing, it must be completely 100% you. It must be way bigger than what you can accomplish on your own. It must be exciting, okay? So that's it. So you need to sit down and make it clear. You need to pray about it. Let the Holy Spirit help you. If you're a Christian, you pray, you pray to God to help you to clarify your vision so that your life will begin to grow. Okay, so you become more effective. All right, then you must have a clear goal. Goals are not just, they don't stand on their own. Goals are offshoots of your vision. I see so many people setting goals, 2019 goals. They've set their March goals, and their goals are not connected to anything. So the first thing is to have that vision. The second thing is to create goals that are offshoots of your vision. What that means is that you are going to now break down that your 5 years or 10 years vision into yearly goals, into monthly goals, into weekly goals. Then you get to your daily goals, so that you see that everything is linked back to your vision, so that you see that every day, whatever you're doing on a daily basis is moving you towards that vision. You see why it's good to start with the vision? If you don't have a vision and you're just setting goals, you're not going to really grow, okay? Because you're just just like you're planting seeds, scattered, just scattering your seeds anyhow, anywhere. But then if your goals are offshoots of your vision, you see that you will be consistent. You will move consistently forward, and that's when you begin to see progress in your life. Okay, so vision goals, you set them with the end in mind. That end in mind is that your vision, then you break down to yearly, to monthly, then to weekly, and to your daily to-do list. All right, so that's number one way to increase your personal effectiveness. Working towards your vision on a daily basis increases your personal effectiveness. You become productive, you become efficient, you become effective, because everything you're doing is moving towards one direction. Some people have a goal of, okay, I want to increase my Instagram account, I want to have so number of followers. Fine, it's a good goal, but is it linked to your vision? Or I want to collaborate with this influencer. That's a goal. Is it linked to your vision? So everything you do every single day has to be linked to that clear vision. That's how you can grow. That's how you can become more effective as an individual. Are you following? All right, so number two way to increase your personal effectiveness is to create a morning routine. So if you're waking up in the morning and the first thing you do is to jump to your kitchen, or you start arranging the house, stop it right now. You are wasting your life, you're wasting your resources, you're wasting your potential. See, the first hour of the morning is for you. It's your own, to invest in your life, to refuel you, to recharge you. Just imagine using a generator or a car for months and months and months without servicing, without recharging. What will happen? It's going to be breaking down. Even though the outer body is fine, you wash it, you clean it every day, but inside of it cannot operate at full capacity, because it's not being serviced, it's not being fueled, so things are just depreciating until finally it breaks down. And that's how so many of us are operating that way. So we jump up in the morning, we just move straight from, people I've discovered from most of the clients I've worked with, that's what they do. Because I work with women a lot. So they get up and then they just go straight to the kitchen, or they just go straight to the kids' room, and they are doing school runs and nothing. They are just going to you cannot function effectively that way. You won't maximize your potentials or your resources. So to maximize your potentials, to increase your effectiveness, you need to recharge yourself. You wake up in the morning. In short, stop waking up at the same time with everybody in your house. Wake up at least 1 hour before every other person wakes up, so that you have that 1 hour to yourself, just to yourself. And what do you do in that 1 hour? You pray. If you are a Christian, you pray, do your Bible study, maybe for like 10-15 minutes. The next, another component. These are components of a morning ritual or a morning routine: prayer, Bible study, affirmations, visualization. So what are you visualizing? That your vision, what you see yourself becoming in how many years time. You're visualizing, you're seeing yourself. You're fixing it in your subconscious mind. You're fixing it in your memory. You're telling your brain, because your brain cannot differentiate when you are experiencing something real or whether you're imagining it. So as you're visualizing, your brain is storing it as your memory. And when your brain stores something as your memory, it will now begin to show you, it begin to that's another topic entirely. It's called the filter system. There's a way the brain works. When you visualize, the brain stores your visualization as a memory, as if you've already experienced it. So as you move along during your day, because our brain is designed to attract the things that we've already experienced, the things that are important to us. It will now begin to show you those things. You now begin to just okay, let me give you an example. You want to buy a car, a red car, okay, or okay, let me come down to a phone. You want to buy a Samsung, maybe J6. It's just a phone and you want it to be red. Do you know what will happen? Hey, sorry, Ejirogene, thanks for joining us. So you want to buy, so you want to buy a red phone. You know what begins to happen? You will now begin to see red phone everywhere. You begin to see red phones everywhere. It's not like they were not existing before, right? They were existing before. It's just that at that time, your brain feels that because you're thinking of buying a red phone, that is what you want. So it begins to show you the people that have it. So that's how when you begin to visualize your vision, daily visualization of how you want to be you're seeing yourself, what you're wearing, where you are, what you're doing. Maybe you're receiving awards, maybe you're standing in front of great audience, whatever it is, and your brain will not store it as if it's already done. So during the day, it's going to be showing you things that will help you get to that destination. It will now begin to show you people that will help you. To show you books, you start seeing information. That's how life is. Life is designed to work that way. Okay, so back to the morning rituals. So I said components of morning rituals. Number one, prayer, Bible study, very important. You need that fellowship with God. You need to have that because we are spirits. We don't operate on our own. You need to have that fellowship with God, that connection, one-on-one connection with God. Then visualization, as I just explained, is important that you visualize your dreams and your goals so that your brain can store it as if it's already done and begin to attract the things that will help you to get to where you want to go to. So affirmations, that's number 3 component of a morning ritual. You begin to confess and declare those things as if they are already done. Okay, these are secrets of successful people. If you interview any successful people today, Oprah, they will tell you these are the things they do. These are the things they do. Okay, I practice it and I am seeing results in my life. I am seeing results. So I'm not just talking about textbook knowledge. Everything I'm saying here is what I am currently practicing and is working for me. That's why I'm bold enough to teach it, because I've seen the transformation I have experienced because of these principles. Okay, so that's it. Affirmation, visualization, Bible study, prayer, reading, very important. You have to read at least 20 minutes a day. Read something to feed your mental faculty. You need to read to know more. Very important part of your morning routine. Then number 5, exercise. Okay, exercise, it could be yoga. For me it's yoga. I love yoga a lot. That's what I do. That's my morning exercise. So whatever that works for you. Is it stretching? Is it aerobics? But make sure that you're exercising and do something that you can be consistent with. So don't just tell yourself that you're going to be exercising 1 hour every day and you can't. So it could be 5 minutes of stretching. It could be 30 minutes of exercise 3 times a week. That's fine. Whatever works for you, but it has to be consistent because it's called a ritual for a reason, right? Ritual, routine is every day, something you do every day. Okay, then so those are the things you do first thing in the morning. Then for me, I also listen to podcasts. I listen to my mentor's podcast on any area that I want to listen to. So those are the things I do. I practice them and they are and my clients also practice them and they are getting results, like rapid result. You get rapid result when you practice all of this I'm talking to you about. You become highly effective. Okay, and then number 3 way to increase your personal effectiveness is to grow your mindset. Your mindset, very key to your becoming a very highly effective person. Our mindset controls everything in our lives. It's short, the results you're getting right now in your life, in your business, in your job, is because of your mindset. So when you begin to grow your mindset, everything around you begins to grow. So you have to grow your mindset, and growing your mindset is an everyday thing. It's just like the way we eat to feed our body. You don't say, because I ate yesterday, I ate a balanced diet today, so today I'm not going to eat. What will happen to you? You will begin to, you get sick, right? You get weaker, and you get sick, and like that. So growing your mindset is an everyday thing. You get to feed your mindset every single day to grow it. And number 1 way to grow it is that through that morning ritual thing. Morning ritual that I talked about is a very great way to grow your mindset, because you get to read and connect with your inner being. So number 2 way to grow your mindset is to surround yourself with successful people, or people that have the I can do spirit. So if the people that are around you now are not successful, then you are jeopardizing your future prosperity. You get to deliberately look for successful people and surround yourself with them. Thank God for internet. So it's easy now to surround yourself. So even if you can't meet them physically, you can buy their books, you can listen to their podcasts every single day, you can follow them on their social media handles. Surround yourself. Just soak yourself up with successful people, with people that that believe that they can, even if they are not yet as successful as you want to be, but then they are heading towards that direction. Those are the kind of people you will hey, Philly Green Business, thank you for coming. Those are the kind of people you surround yourself with. That is how to grow your mindset. See, there are some goals that you have, your visions that you have right now. Your goals, you are scared. Why are you scared? It's because you have not met someone that who has achieved it. Maybe your goal, you're dreaming of making like 4 million naira in a month, and like your mind is telling you, who dash you 4 million? Where do they make that kind of money in your kind of business? Who has made $1 million in your family? All sorts of negative limiting belief. But once you meet someone that maybe probably somebody that's doing the same business with you, somebody that's even your age mate, and the person is making it, your mindset is going to shift from who makes that kind of money to, wow, so I can actually make this kind of money in this business. So you just shift your mind just because of your association. You begin to see what is possible. So when you surround yourself with successful people, you begin to see what is possible for you. You begin to see that your dreams are valid. You begin to see that it is possible. It is possible. These people are doing this, so I can do it. Okay, so that's one way to grow your mindset. Another way to grow your mindset is to you need to rest. Many of us don't rest. We walk. We don't play games. We don't do the things that we love. You need to rest. Even God rested. God Almighty that made the whole universe, He rested. If God could rest, who are we not to rest? How do we think we can now succeed without resting? We need to rest, we need to relax, take some time off, do something that we love. If it is TV, you watch. If it is to play game, you play, listen to music, just rest. So those are different ways to grow your mindset. So 3 things that I've said today to help us increase our personal effectiveness. I said, number 1, you must have a clear vision and you have clear goals. And number 2, what's number 2? Create a morning routine. And number 3 is what? Grow your mindset. So I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight for this live class. I hope you learned something. Thank you so much. Have a very good night. All right.